If you have a secure connection to your spirits and your spirit guides and your guardians and your mentors and your angels, then there's no need to look outside yourself for answers from anybody else, because you'll be receiving the intuitive guidance directly from them through your heart to your soul telepathically. There is no such thing as a download to your brain. That's what they're trying to make you think nowadays. It's just them trying to condition you into believing that you're a machine, a computer. But the inherent dilemma that people suffer from not being in contact with their spirit guides directly is that now they only leave themselves with one viable option, and that is to search outside themselves for someone who seems to be qualified enough to provide these answers for them. And that comes in the form of psychics, tarot card readers, mediums, and so on. Now, there are some very good, very talented spiritual individuals out there. I'm not trying to deter you from exploring all avenues of you getting an answer from somebody, from somewhere, because that again is a personal journey. But what I'm saying is, in this video, be very cautious, because what was meant only for you, that sacred message or that divine transmission, now your spirit guides have to channel that through somebody else. And what happens there is, whomever it is that you find to provide you these answers becomes a conduit. That now their energy is going to be infused in a place where once it didn't belong. If you really catch what I'm saying, the purity of that divine transmission will now be lost in translation, because now, instead of you remaining open with the universe, you're now closing yourself off so they cannot effectively help you. So now you have to search outside yourself, becoming dependent or codependent on an external source to receive that information that should have been received directly, but you've shut off that channel, that avenue of communication for some reason. Generally, that comes from disbelief. I don't believe in spirit. I can't see it. It doesn't exist. And it goes on and on like that. But the inherent dilemma, as I have said before, with asking someone else for professional advice, particularly with regard to something of a sensitive nature such as this, is that now the divine transmissions will be channeled through them to you. So inherently, there will be many things lost in translation. Now, coupled with the fact that you now are assimilating somebody else's external emotional energy, whatever they're going through in their life in that moment, whatever type of character they have, their personality, all of it becomes unconsciously infused within the communication of those transmissions that are now being rediverted through somebody else to you. And in doing so, they are unconsciously taking that energy that was meant only for you, and now they're infusing their energy in it, and then you're receiving it. So be very cautious with these things, especially with psychics, mediums, tarot readers, because there are some good ones out there, but no matter how good they are, it is an irrefutable truth of human nature that if you start incorporating more people into your inner circle where there should only be you, you're running the inherent danger of increasing the probability of now having to absorb somebody else's external energies, emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, financial, whatever kinds of issues they've got going on in their life, now become yours. And that ruins the sanctity and the purity and the divine essence of those sacred messages that were intended only for you. If you only took the time to invest in yourself, to do the inner work, you wouldn't need anybody, because you don't have that confidence in yourself that has not been established yet to say, I've got this. Hopefully, during your journey at some portion, or some part, or some segment, you will, because you really need to. The whole premise of you being here is to learn about yourself and to cut away the outside world, to learn from it, not to be dependent upon it like a child is with their parents. This is what we have going on with a disproportionate portion of the populations of the planet. I see it every day. Even though these people are 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, physically, mentally, they're dependent on a system like a child is to their parents. They are solely dependent on this, not even codependent, for the everything of everything in their life, their basic necessities, everything that they want, they desire, all of it. Press an app on your phone and it's delivered to your door. Grocery stores, everything is already there for you. Go to the corner and get gas. And what happens is you've lost your natural instincts of survival. You don't know how to go into the woods and build a structure and gather food and grow things and become a farmer and live off the land, off the grid. It's that way by design, because now you've surrendered your energy to an external source. And in doing so, you've sacrificed not only your individuality, but the very power of your soul. So you need to be aware of this. The next time you feel impelled or inclined to want to get a tarot card reading, be very, very cautious, because the darkness always disguises itself as the light. And when you gravitate towards people that you're looking for answers from that only you can provide yourself, you are running the inherent danger of assimilating their energies. And when somebody attaches their energy to you, it can remain there indefinitely. I'll give you a quick example. There's something called soul ties. Those can be established by anybody. You could just pass a stranger in the street. You've established a soul tie. But since the bond isn't that solidified, it breaks very easily. And then you have what they refer to as sexual soul ties. Now this is something on a completely different level. This is when you are intimate with somebody and the two bodies share the same space, so to speak. You are basically exchanging bodily fluids. Now what's happening on a metaphysical level is that the energies are now entangled, sometimes permanently. And if you know somebody, or if you are a particular person that is, let's just say, promiscuous, and you like to share yourself, what you're doing is you are generating massive amounts of sexual soul ties with these partners. And the partners that you're sharing yourself with, how many have they been with? And how many have they been with? And it goes on. So you're talking into the tens, not even the hundreds of thousands. It could be more than that, of all of this energy that is now entangled in yours. And since energy is fluid and distance is an illusion, you are now tethered to them energetically. So whatever they're doing, their energy is tethering itself to you, and it is going to adversely affect you. And the more people you incorporate in this circle, the higher the probability it is that you will suffer inherent dilemmas that you're not responsible for, because you have tied yourself inadvertently to a bunch of strangers. That's what happens when you go to tarot card readers. And you are taking at face value that what they're telling you is coming straight from God. And it's the purest essence of the message, with nothing being added. All you have to do is look at what they call the telephone game to see how far that goes. Because it is human nature to involve themselves and change things around. They can't just leave something the way it is. They always have to add something or incorporate something subconsciously. It's just the nature of human beings. It's just how they are. So when you go to a tarot card reader or a psychic or a medium thinking you're getting this absolute pure message from spirit, you're not. You're actually getting something second or third hand. You're getting a used message that has been thoroughly raked with somebody else's energies and thoroughly incorporated and infused with these energies of theirs into something so sacred and so special that they don't belong there, but now they are there. So just be cautious. When you feel this inclination to want to look outside yourself for answers, and the same holds true with the system. Everything that you think that you know is the truth is an absolute lie. It's blatant prevarication. It's just the way it is because, as I've said before in tons of my videos, and I'll continue to say it, they don't want you to be aware of who and what you really are. Not a human being, Homo sapien, Homo luminous. You are a divine, ethereal being, capable of manifesting greatness and miracles anytime, anywhere. You are a divine, supernatural, esoteric alchemist. Once you realize your unlimited transformative potential and you begin to become a maven of pure energy manipulation, you're unstoppable. And that's what they're trying to prevent. So try to work on reducing, if not eliminating, the need entirely and altogether for you to want to venture outside yourself to look for anything. Because everything is in here, man. You're not going to find anything. They can provide you with things that seem right, that sound right, that look right, that seem to fit. But that's the illusion. That's why you're here. You're here to nullify the illusions of this malevolence with the power that has always resided inside you, that has always been there, that you have been given by God, Source. And when I say God, I'm actually using earth words, because what you refer to as a universe, there are no names. You can say source, divine, consciousness, the Tao, the universe, the cosmos, God, whatever name you want to use. They're fine with it. But these are just earth words. They have no relevance or bearing to what you refer to as a universe, because there are no names to things. It doesn't work that way. But to leave you off with this video ending, I just wanted to say, be cognizant, be sentient, and always be aware of where you're sourcing your information from. Because if it's coming from an external source, you're always going to run the risk of absorbing whomever it is that you're looking or you're relying upon to provide you with this information, these answers, or these solutions, or whatever it is that you're searching for outside yourself for. So just be very cautious and aware of that, because that could be the catalyst of your own demise, because you don't know who and what they really are, because they're not going to show you what's actually going on in their life, because people always hide behind their metaphorical masks, and they don't show the eyes of society who and what they really are. They bury that stuff down inside them. They hide their true nature, because money is always paramount in their lives. And that's not to say that there aren't a few good tarot readers that honestly care for people, because there are. But a lot of them aren't, and they only do it for the money. And that is their motive. So in that sense, they're being disingenuous to themselves, and of course they're going to be disingenuous with you. These are just some words of thought, man, if it helps you in any way. But condition yourself to where you are at the point in your life where you do not rely upon anything or anyone outside yourself. That is where we do our inner work. That's where the shadow work comes in. And that's what allows us to expand our horizons, broaden our vista, and transform from the old into the new. And from that rebirth and recalibration, you will understand your power, that everything is created inside you. And there will be no need anymore after that point of realization for you to ever search outside yourself for anything ever again. I hope this message helped you. God bless.